This video presentation is on vitamin K2, also known as menaquinone 4, and abbreviated as MK4. This vitamin's bioactive form is K2. Like all of the K vitamins, vitamin K2 is fat-soluble, consistent with its hydrophobic, unsaturated isoprenyl functional groups. All forms of vitamin K contain the same backbone structure, and the number of side chains determines that specific derivative. For example, MK4 contains a methylated naphthoquinone backbone and has 4 repeating isoprenyl groups. This vitamin is essential, meaning we cannot produce it in our bodies, and the recommended daily allowance for this vitamin is different for men and women. Women ages 19 and older should consume 90 micrograms, and men ages 19 and older should consume 120 micrograms. Animal products such as meat, dairy, and eggs, and fermented foods such as cheese and yogurt are very rich sources of MK4. Pictured at the bottom right is a traditional Japanese dish called natto, and it contains the highest amount of menaquinone per serving. So why do we need vitamin K2? What does it do in our body? Vitamin K2 is an essential cofactor for the carboxylation of glutamic acid residues in many vitamin K-dependent proteins that are involved in blood coagulation, bone metabolism, and prevention of vessel mineralization. Specifically, vitamin K2 catalyzes the carboxylation of the amino acid glutamic acid to carboxyglutamic acid. Vitamin K-dependent carboxylation occurs only on specific glutamic acid residues in identified vitamin K-dependent proteins. This catalytic cycle is important because carboxyglutamic acid has a strong affinity to calcium, which is useful for maintaining calcium homeostasis in the body. A deficiency in vitamin K2 is rare in healthy adults. It typically occurs in adults with liver damage or disease, inflammatory bowel disease, and cystic fibrosis. Also, adults taking blood-thinning medications such as warfarin. These individuals must not exceed the recommended amount of vitamin K2 since it decreases the blood-thinning effect of warfarin, which increases the risk of clotting. Vitamin K2 deficiency also occurs in newborns because their blood does not have enough vitamin K2 to form a clot. Therefore, newborns receive a shot of vitamin K at birth. Vitamin K2 also assists in disease prevention. For example, patients suffering from osteoporosis are recommended to take vitamin K2 supplements to sustain their bone density, which prevents fractures. Also, patients with cardiovascular disease are recommended vitamin K2 supplements to prevent arterial wall calcification. In summary, menaquinone MK4 can be purchased in its bioactive form as vitamin K2. It is an essential nutrient, meaning we must obtain it through our diet, either through enriched foods such as animal products or fermented foods, or via supplementation. This vitamin acts as a cofactor for carboxylase enzyme, which catalyzes the carboxylation of glutamic acid. This catalytic cycle is involved in blood coagulation, bone metabolism, and prevention of vessel mineralization. A deficiency of vitamin 2 occurs in adults and increases the risk of bone fractures and arterial calcification. A deficiency of vitamin K2 also occurs in newborns at birth because their blood cannot clot easily. Thank you.